People of the verse, hello and welcome back to this channel. This is the Eradicator, and today we are once again going to cover what was talked about during the latest episode of Inside Star Citizen, and we are going to talk about player-to-player transaction, which is something that myself and a lot of other fellow content creators on YouTube have also been calling for quite some time. I'm thinking about DG, for example, DG360, who really literally whited his pants earlier today. Go watch his video. That was absolutely hilarious. Anyway, so player-to-player transaction is desperately is a tool that we desperately need right now, because if you play Star Citizen and you want to pay other players, the only option that we have had was to use beacons, especially combat beacons, because transport beacons only work if you transport someone to another place. So combat beacons, and the problem with beacons is that, of course, you are transmitting that beacon to the rest of the universe, and everybody has access to it. Meaning, and this has happened to me plenty of times, this has happened to a lot of players plenty of times, meaning that every time you are issuing a beacon to pay, for example, let's say someone is flying your cargo ship to pick up some commodities and safely delivers that commodity to its destination, you want to pay that person of the profit that you are making, obviously. So let's say you made a profit of 100,000 Alpha UEC, you want to give 20% to that player, you're going to pay him, you're going to pay them, I should say, because it could be a female too, 20,000 Alpha UEC. You are putting that beacon out there, and everybody's saying, "Hey, I'm paying 20,000 Alpha UEC." It can be a juicy hack to just take 20,000 Alpha UEC for free, and anybody can just click on accept. And if you are not really careful, or if you're too slow to accept, then somebody else is going to get paid. This is what player-to-player transaction is going to stop. It's going to prevent players from eventually getting robbed out of their money, and it is going to allow for secure transactions of currency between players. And I think that the most surprising thing that we learned in this episode of Inside Star Citizen is that it is coming in Star Citizen Alpha 3.10, which I could not believe my eyes and my ears, especially when I heard that it would be coming that soon. Guys, it's already May 29th as I am recording this video, meaning that very soon we will be a month away from Star Citizen Alpha 3.10 being released in the PU, theoretically, of course, meaning that the PTU is coming even sooner than that. So it means that very soon we should be able to test this app, and very soon we should be able to have it in our hands and experience it for the very first time. I mean, that is extremely exciting if you're asking me, and if it's actually not even in the roadmap, which is why I was really surprised. I mean, I don't even know where it should be in Cortec or gameplay, definitely not in location, obviously. I was expecting this to come maybe in 3.11, because in 3.11 they are going to have cargo decks, and we're going to talk about cargo decks a little bit later, of course. But yeah, it's coming up in 3.10, so we should also expect an interesting roadmap update tomorrow as well, because this has got to be, of course, this has got to be featured in the roadmap too. And so, as always, there's always going to be a tier 0. This is how it works with Star Citizen. They start with a tier 0, and then they build upon that tier 0 to make it better, and improve it more and more and more. And this is what's going to happen here with, presumably, according to what they said in Inside Star Citizen Alpha 3.11, when we are going to have cargo decks. And it does appear that one of the uses that we're going to have with cargo decks is that players are finally going to be able to physicalize their inventories at cargo decks. You're going to be able to place your Alpha UEC, which are going to be secure there. Let's say, for example, you go to let's say, for example, that you think that you can be tempted to spend all of your Alpha UEC on medical supplies, for example, and you know that this is a very bad idea, because there can be a 30k error, which is the major risk in Star Citizen right now, which is when server crash, or you could be hijacked, pirated, you could fall into an ambush, with NPCs staging interdictions and lose your ship eventually. Or there could be a bug and your ship can go through a planet and explode. This happens regularly as well, at least right now in Star Citizen Alpha 3.9. So if you want to be reasonable, make sure that you are not spending all of your money. This could be a great way to secure most of your asset and only bring with you what you are willing to risk. This is again speculation, but how awesome would that be? Apparently, from what I understood as well, it is also going to be possible to buy some commodities. Let's say, for example, you buy a lot of agricium at a very cheap price, and you decide that you are going to for example, you decide that you are going to sell it, but the place where you want to sell it does not accept everything. That's a bad example. Let's talk about medical supplies, for example. Yeah, because medicals, for example, agricium, everybody always everywhere always accepts agricium. But talking about medical supplies, for example, where inventories only take 500 medical supplies. So let's say you have for example, a caterpillar. You are still stuck with 76 SCU of medical supplies, which are going to sit in your cargo deck, and then maybe you can't really play. You got something else to do. You could sell your medical supplies there, of course, at a more expensive price, so you still make a profit. And that person is going to buy that medical supplies and eventually sell it to a landing zone and also make a little profit too, which I think could open to even more opportunities out there for traders, new trade routes as well, based on what is available at various cargo decks. I think that what they mentioned in today's Inside Star Citizen is going to be really exciting for everybody who is an entrepreneur, for anybody who just likes to hold cargo and likes to do a little bit of space trucking. So does this come out as a surprise? Well, quite a little bit, I would say. But at the same time, they did explain that the reason why they are finally able to bring this is because of the new unified friends list that is allowing also CIG to have a complete database of all of the players out there, and they can unify either what is happening in the game, offline. You're also going to be able to transfer items and money from player to players in different servers as well, or people who are in different instances too. So this is going to be huge, guys. This is going to be a very comprehensive system that is going to be built upon the current friend system that has been implemented in 3.9, and it is going to allow a much better experience for anyone who is involved in trading. Just like people who are very social and have a lot of friends are now having also a better experience. This is again a typical example of when a new technology allows for more development of the game, and as new technologies are implemented in the verse, then more features are allowed to make their way in. I think that thanks to unified friend system, we just got rid of a bottleneck. Apparently, at least this is what is appearing to be here. So this is just good news, and let's hope that more of such good news are going to happen in the near future. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit those like button and subscribe button, as it really helps me a lot to grow the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a roadmap update. So thank you so much for watching again. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.